guest on here today. That's what I'm saying. This man has been around for a long time, and he been in Hollywood. I mean, that's what he told me. I'm just saying. But what I'm saying is this: that's my man. How did you get started? That's first of all, Malcolm Hill, and talk to me. And I mentioned to you something. We're gonna talk about that. What I talked to you about yesterday.
Right.
How did you get started? Talk to me before you walk to me.
I never just came right on like that, but first of all, I want to get a shot of my man's shirt, the security guard shirt. I've never seen.
What you trying to say, man?
The people got to see what's going on here.
Okay.
People got to see the security. The security guard at the radio station. So you know what type of station we got. Well, you got to have a security guard at the station.
Okay.
That's what we're working with here. Well, but how did I get started?
Yeah, but hold it. But we got Miss Christina. Miss Christina.
Miss beautiful Christina. How you doing, Miss Christina?
I'm great. How are you?
All right, all right, Miss Christina. You got that? You single? That's a single. I'm great. That's a I'm single sound. Yes, the way she said that. When she say I'm great, that means she's single. That means she know I'm single and she knows she's ready.
But what about our producer though?
What about the producer?
I'm just saying.
I don't care if he's
why you trying to
about? What about the
producer? See, he try. Don't take the bait, man.
Oh, okay.
Do your interview, man.
Oh, he want me to get on him again? Like you said, I got on him before. I didn't.
That's my homie. You don't do that.
It's about to be the Malcolm Hill segment. I'm about to turn the mic on you.
Oh, you about to fire him on the spot?
So how'd you get started, sir?
How did I get started into comedy? Well, it started when I was a kid, and what happened? All right, I got left down in high school.
What grade?
Right? We're not gonna talk about that.
Wow. Okay, all right.
But I was left down.
To it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when I was in elementary school, I realized that I couldn't do the work, and I'm like, why are these kids doing the work, and I wasn't able to do the work? So I started cutting up, started just making people laugh, and I realized that man, I'm really good at making people laugh. So I've been doing it like at a very young age. You know, a lot of people do comedy because they want to make money or their cousins tell them they're funny. I literally been like from day one, you know what I mean? And then I was working at Children's Hospital, and I used to go into the cafeteria like at 11 o'clock. And then it was like, after a while, everybody was coming in the cafeteria at 11 o'clock. And it was like, yo, you are hilarious. We got to take you down to the Laugh House. Didn't know nothing about what the Laugh House was. Went down to the Laugh House, get down there. Everybody from my job in there. It's over like 100-something people in there, right? I'm serious. This is real. They tell you. And I got on stage, but I was like, well, what am I going to do? They said, well, just talk about some of the stuff that you talk about in the cafeteria. So I didn't know. I just went up there and was talking, and it was like, you know, it was crazy. But then it was like, I got nervous. I'm like, man, I'm standing in front of 250 people.
Whoa.
And I got scared, right? And I would never forget, somebody told me, when you get on stage, don't look into the spotlight. It was this big spotlight. And for some reason, I stared into the spotlight. That's like looking into a light bulb and then looking into a dark room. You can't see nothing, right?
Okay.
So I couldn't see nothing, and I was like, man, this is crazy. So I was about to get off stage, but luckily, back then, I was making a little money. I was sharp. And some girl said, go ahead, baby, you look good. Stay up there. If she didn't say that, I would have never experienced that again. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I would have never went back up there again because, like, I could talk and be crazy in front of people, but when that music is playing and the music cut off and the room is dead silent, you don't know the experience. See, everybody think they funny. Everybody, oh man, my cousin need to be a comedian and all that. When that music stop and people done paid $25, $30, and these ain't your homies, these ain't your cousins, it's a whole different ball game, man.
Wow. So, so have it came to a point where it's though that you say that I'm not doing this. I want to give up. I don't want to do this no more. And then you said to yourself,
no.
Okay, so you never got that frustration.
No. I realized when they hand me the mic, I just turned into a whole different person. You know what I mean? Like right now, we can't, go into a different place here because this is a positive. Okay, I'm more close to the Richard Pryor.
Okay.
yeah. So
okay,
but no, I never had the feeling that I wanted to stop doing it because I feel as though once I'm on stage, that's where I'm supposed to be.
Okay, I asked you a question yesterday, right? We talked for a little bit, and I asked you a question. I said, well, how do you feel about Kevin Hart, right? And you said, I totally wouldn't know, and I'm better than him. I'm just repeating what you said. Right?
Don't repeat on air what I said. Now, the stuff I told you in the drug, you ain't, well, did you tell him about you try to buy a dime bag of weed? Did you say that on that show? Did you put that up? You bringing up what I said. Let's hear what you said. You asked me for some weed and some cocaine. That's what you said. Okay? So if you want to put me out there, if what I said about Kev,
well, I'm trying to make you a bigger star.
No, I don't want to be no big star. Kev hear that I said I'm better than him, I won't be a star.
Okay. But my question to you is how I know y'all run into a lot lot. You run into a lot of comedians that you grew up with, especially from Philly.
Right.
How do you feel about these comedians in Philly? But of course, you got to be number one. You got to feel I'm number one. That you got to think positive. But how do you
I don't
feel?
think. I believe.
You know.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So have you been on stage with any of these individuals like the Kevin Hart, the other people in the hood, or whatever? How is it working with these guys?
You know what's so crazy about Kevin Hart, right? It's like amazing because we used to go to open mic night together, me and him, and he had $2 in his pocket.
Wow.
But what it was is I didn't realize you can make millions of dollars from doing this. I just was doing it because it was just easy. You know what I mean? And I didn't know it was worth millions of dollars. So open mic night was on Wednesdays. It wasn't all these other rooms that you see now. It was just everybody was at the Laugh House. Teray, Buck Wild, Denny Live, Mike Blackston, Charles Walden. It was those type of people, Kevin Hart, all in one room. So you can imagine how funny that was, right?
Right.
So, but every Wednesday, it was open mic night. So when Wednesday came around, I'm realizing Kev is very, very good. Every week he's good. But I didn't know that you can go to New York Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And by the time he came back on Wednesday, this guy was like a star. And I'm like, wow, this dude is very good. He really taking this serious. Well, he took it, to me, more serious than everybody else in comedy and entertainment. I mean, the guy is very serious about what he's doing. And it's amazing. And it's amazing to watch how somebody can come from nothing to like that. To be he's not a star, he's like a superstar, you know what I'm saying? And I remember they was having this show. He had just did Soul Plane and they was having this show, right?
Okay.
And I was asking, could I open for him? And they was like, cool, you could open for him, whatever, right? It was at 7th and Arch. I think it was called Brave New World.
Okay.
And he was late. So I came there to get in. The lady wouldn't let me in. She's like, well, your name ain't on the flyer. So I'm standing outside. I had to wait for one of them to come get me, right? So, okay, fine, that's cool. They went to go get Kev. Kev was at the hotel. He was late. He comes back from the hotel. Now, by that time, it's crowded outside and everything. When he came back, security guard with a real security shirt is backing me up, telling me to back up so this man can come through here. And so I'm like, man, this dude, this dude is a star. That's like right now you talking to me, and then tomorrow they telling you back up. You know what I'm saying? You got to back up because Malcolm's coming through. You be like, man, that's Malcolm. I don't give a damn about that. No, back up. You need to back up. And for somebody to become a star, a superstar like that is like amazing. And so that's what we ain't gonna never get to that level. That level won't be matched, in my opinion. Again.
But how long does it take to get to that level? Is it years? Is it months? Or it depends on the level of talent?
It ain't a guy. Everybody. It's a lot of funny people. I mean, it's dudes that's funnier than him. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. It's about who's helping you, what type of team you got with you, who's supporting what you're doing, and who they want. You know what I'm saying? They might want a short guy that's talking about he's so short and I'm so scared and all that. That's that was his gimmick. In the beginning, I'm so short, and now he's all about my kids can't whatever, right? But when he first started, it was like his first name was Little Kev the Bastard, right? So he had to change that to Little Kev. Okay. And now he's Kevin Hart. Now he ain't gonna never change that. But he was Little Kev the Bastard, and it was all about how he's so small and how he sit on a chair and his feet swing on the chair and all that kind of stuff. Okay. It was working, and he shot right to the top with that gimmick. Wow. With that gimmick, and now now his thing is my kids and stuff like that. But
Have you ever ran into Eddie Griffin and all those guys?
Yeah, I ran into a lot of guys. You know what I mean? John Witherspoon and everybody. But at the time, I was just doing stand up. I didn't know that I should have got these guys' numbers. Should have kept in contact with them. I used to. I'm telling you, if anybody can tell you, I used to get on stage. I used to get on stage and go right straight home, right after I get off stage. I literally would get on stage and then go home.
So they wouldn't give you no pointers, huh?
No, it wasn't that. It was like I thought that just doing stand up, making people laugh, and go home. I didn't understand the business part of it. Of like if I do a show, if I do well, if I stand around, people gonna book me.
Okay.
I used to be. People would call me on the phone after I get off stage and be like, "Malcolm, there's some people want to talk to you." I said, "Well, I'm home in the bed." It's like, "No, they trying to book you," and all the rest of the comedians would stay there and they would get the shows. Wow. But I would literally get off stage, go straight home, get in the bed because I felt as though, okay, this is what I'm gonna make people laugh. I didn't understand the business part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's a business. People. Instagram. Well, now it's Instagram and Facebook and all that, but back then it wasn't none of that. So you had your little card, you pass out your card and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's rough.
So how's the business now? I mean, like you said, it's rough. But how's it now? I mean, are you getting people calling you like, man, I know you did something at the neighborhood festival with the senator thing, right?
Right. Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I mean, you were good. I mean, you did,
Right.
you everywhere,
Right,
you know.
right.
So you're doing your thing,
Right.
you know, and you give it back to the community. That's what I like. 'Cause,
Of
you know,
course,
you
of
didn't
course.
forget about the community.
Of
And I like
course.
that. And that's when I said, oh, I got to get this guy. 'Cause
Well,
he-
you know what? I'm glad you said that, right? You know, I help people a lot. Like whoever come in contact with me, I'm going to help them whether they need to find a DJ or a security guard with a security guard shirt on, right? I help people. So that shirt, him sitting there with that shirt on, looking like that, security's supposed to be in shape. But anyway, I'm just
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just saying, but
you-
a lot of people that were successful, to me, in my opinion, don't give back the way they should.
okay.
To like I went to Overbrook. To me, if I'm ever made it to another level, the first thing I'm going to do is, you know, try to do something for the school. Whether it's getting the football team uniforms or the basketball team. It's a lot of people came through there, in my opinion, that don't really support what's going on.
Now, do you have a conversation among fellow comedians in regards to that aspect, giving back to the community or coming together collectively to, you know, develop a project that's going to have some impact, particularly in the areas where we grew up?
Right.
You know, like North Philly, South Philly, West Philly.
right.
Like, that's a way to give back directly.
Right.
You know, I mean, is it conversations with that, or usually it's kind of an independent process?
I would just say it's an independent process. I mean, it's comedians that get together and try to do things, you know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, when you make it to a certain level, you're supposed to try to help everybody that you come in contact with. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially me coming from Overbrook High School, you know what I'm saying? If I make it, I mean, I would try to do what I could do now, but that's, you know, to me, minimal. But if I was making it to a certain level that certain people that came through there has made, the team is supposed to have new uniforms. The football team is supposed to have new, basketball team is supposed to have all silver sneaks, something. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of these people that y'all support has, in my opinion, hasn't done with no. You're supposed to.
Wow.
Like when I went there one time, I went back there again to visit school, and they would give me a walkthrough and everything. And when I went into the assembly, I looked up and I see the piece of paint that was hanging down that I used to sit there and look at, and I used to say, "Darn, that piece of paint is about to fall down and hit somebody in the head." So when I went back, that piece of paint is still hanging there.
Whoa.
So I'm like, wow, people don't give back to where they came from. You see what I'm saying? I don't just do comedy just to, you know, to make people laugh or whatever. I'm do to try to help everyone that I come in contact with.
I like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This ain't. I'm here for a mission. I'm here for a reason.
Yeah, but how's the
Yeah.
family, by the way?
It's good. I have one daughter, Anaya. You know what I
Okay,
mean? So she's
okay.
good. She's good. She's in college first year.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Turn my mic up. Follow-up question in regards to how do you protect yourself? Because, you know, some people may try to use your fame and your recognition, you know, to take advantage of you to get what they want. How do you combat that? How do you deal with that? Has that ever happened to you where you feel like, oh, this person is trying to use me and take advantage of me because of who I am?
No, I mean, I understand this is a business. Everybody is
Yeah.
going to try to link up. Like he was asking me, how do you get to the top or whatever? Everybody is linking up to the next person to try to get stuff done. So
Yeah.
I understand it now that this is a business. I mean, I thought, I'm gonna be real with you. When I first started, I thought every comedian is friends and we all get along and we all, you know what I mean? Because we just making people laugh.
But it's coworkers.
But this is coworkers, like at your job.
Yeah.
Like it's people
Yeah.
that don't like the fact that you on the mic.
Yeah.
And they're doing the same thing you're doing.
Right.
Because
It's competition,
It's,
yeah.
it's a competition, but to them they act like it's not. I'm not me personally. I'm not in competition with nobody but myself. I don't believe. To me, I don't believe there's nobody going to be better than me. You see what I'm saying?
that's right.
So I don't care if you do good because I believe I'm going to do well at the same time. So
Yeah.
both of us can do well. We're not somebody. A comedian once told me a long time ago. He said 2 singers can sing a song at the same time, but only a comedian can be on stage at one time. So he wants the same. When you see how the people was clapping for you, he want that same feeling.
Okay.
So he don't want you to succeed. So a lot of people when they used to host, like if I'm hosting a show, I can make you do well by the way I bring you on stage.
Okay.
I can say, coming to the stage, this brother has been all over the country. He's one of the funniest guys. You know, start getting loud. Or I can say, coming to the stage, give it up for Kevin. and walk away, right?
Okay. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So now you walking, because I realized that because it happened to me. You see what I'm saying? I remember one time this comedian, right? He wanted me to fail. It was jam packed, and he was hosting the show, and he was like, "All right, y'all ready for the next comedian? All right, his name is Malcolm," and he walked away. Nobody was clapping. You can literally hear my shoes walking across.
Wow.
Right? So I said, "Oh, these people want you to bomb," but I thought we was friends. No, it's not friends. It's a business.
It's,
You see what I'm saying? It's very
not
much
personal. It's just a business.
Right.
you
But
know?
me, when I bring you on, I'm gonna bring you on like you the baddest thing in the world because you know what? I don't care.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I believe I'm the best. As simple as that.
Has any TV producers or TV shows or anybody come to you with like, hey, listen, we need you to do this sitcom, blah, 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 blah.
I'm glad you said that. What is crazy about that, right? A comedian, I'm gonna tell you, a comedian named Denny Live told me years ago. He said, "Malcolm, Philadelphia comedians don't stick together." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He said, "Think about it. We've been doing comedy for like 18 years, whatever. When have you ever seen everybody get together and do one movie or get together and do one sitcom?" I said, "Damn, you're right. Everybody talking about, we with each other and we together." No. He said, "There will never be a movie with all the comedians in Philadelphia together at one time."
Wow.
And I said, "That you lying." And he was right. Because it's individuals, but we still love each other. I'm not going to say that. Everybody love each other. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? We love each other, but for some reason it's a competition.
I could ask you, do they have battles of the comedians? They always have battle with the rappers,
Well, it's not battles, but it's just everybody's trying to outdo the next person. You know what I'm saying? For their own confidence. But what I realize is I can bomb today, but understand that I'm going to get a standing ovation tomorrow.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm here for a reason. I can bomb today and know that tomorrow these same people going to love me. You see what I'm saying? So, it's not for me to want you to do bad because you can do great today. And then tomorrow I'm better than you. And then what it is in comedy, it ain't about who's been doing it the longest. Like, you can just start and they like what you doing more than they like what I'm doing. Because it's just that day that they like what he's saying.
Well, you stop right there. We're going to take a pause for the calls.
We got a commercial break. What we sponsored by? Are we sponsored by? What is this?
You sponsored by the People's Champ.
Dollar Waters? This is,
no. $10 water.
$10 Waters? Oh, okay.
$10
This is a big
waters.
primetime power show.
That's right.
Sponsored by $10 Waters.
All right.
We
Pause
going on
for
break?
the calls.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome back to the Primetime Power Show. What you need to know. Listen, we got our special guest comedian, Malcolm Hill. He's been around for a long time. He's been doing a lot in the community. Listen, and I met him at a community event,
yes,
a neighborhood event, and I just walked up to him. I said, "I know you from somewhere." He said, "I know you too, but I don't know your name, but I know you."
Right.
And right then and there, it was a good connection because
Yep.
I said, "Listen, I like what you're doing and stuff like that." And I think right then and there, I had the Primetime Power Show on there. Who said, "Who that?" Primetime.
Who that?
You're not a cop, are you? So let's talk. You're not undercover detectives
Right.
me up. So let's talk about some of the community endeavors you do, and let's talk about some of the producers that's looking at you, and how much you get paid. No, let's just talk about some of your upcoming events.
Well, I do. I got to shout out to, like I said, in order to do comedy, you have to have a team.
Right.
And I got like a team of people that's behind me, Paradigm Shift. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jackie and Zinga and everybody.
Zane Peace.
Right. Everybody.
Okay.
And we do like a cruise once a year.
What?
Yeah. I perform on
tell me
this
about
cruise
that.
ship once a year. Oh yeah, y'all listen. Y'all are all invited. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, we got to pay for the ticket though, right? You ain't saying nothing about that.
It's business. This is business.
Okay.
But no, don't worry about it. We got you. I got you on something, but it might not be the cruise. No, it ain't gonna be the cruise. But I got something lined up for you. You ever been to Fairmount Park?
Yeah.
I got something, a free event for you to be out in Fairmount Park. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
But my team, we do we do the ski trip, plus give back to the homeless.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? And we do stuff like that. But we do matter of fact, I'm going to Bermuda and I'm going to Florida. I'm doing a couple of shows.
Florida's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So different shows all over.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
We talk. I love to see you on GMA. I mean, Good Morning America. I really, I like. I mean,
right.
I like to see you in there. I like to see you on some of these sitcoms. I mean, because you just as popular as anybody else, man. You need to be on some of these shows. Saturday Night Live. Put in. I mean,
Right.
because that young lady on Saturday Night Live. You know, and the one that played Ghostbusters. What's her name? That one.
I don't know. I don't watch.
Okay.
You don't watch Saturday Night Live?
Well, Saturday Night Live is good.
Yeah.
But you know, and you know, so I like to see you on some of them sitcoms because you're worthy of it. You don't pay your dues, man.
Right.
For real.
Right.
So any producers out there that know the people's champ and y'all got that millions of dollars, help them out. Put them out there, all right?
Yes. Listen to
You
this
know,
man. Help me out.
help him
But
out,
I want to
you
have
know.
my own. I want to have my own. Actually, my own sitcom. I don't want to be on.
You want to do
I mean,
your
I'll
own.
do if I had to, but I want to do my own sitcom. You know what I
Okay.
mean? With my own ideas. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? So, but I would get on anything, you know what I mean? But I really would like to do my own.
Okay.
Have you been more involved in skits? You know, that's the big thing on YouTube and social media. Have you been involved in any type of, creative projects like that?
Right. I mean, I filmed, a lot of little skits, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like Jack Lake Plumber and stuff like that. Yeah, Jack Lake Plumber, but stuff like that. I filmed a lot of little
Don't be
skits.
playing no security guard either.
Right,
man, for
right,
real.
right.
I saw the mechanic one.
Oh, the mechanic. Oh, the mechanic that's selling cocaine in other people's cars, through other people's cars. He's transferring cocaine through other people's cars. I did do that. A lot of actually my skits came up from real life situations, like Jack Lake Plumber, for example. Like my roof was really leaking. Called Home Depot, found out that that they do roofs, whatever. Called them. The guy came in the house. White guy came in the house. He came in because I needed an estimate. You know what I'm saying? So he came in. He walked around my house. He was looking up at the ceiling. He had a suitcase and a computer. He said up be $5,000. I said $5,000. So first of all, you didn't go up on the roof and even look at the roof. So I said, this is a damn skit. I'm looking around for the cameras like, wait a minute, is this real? Are you serious? It's $5,000. And I said, oh, no. And that's what I came up with, Jack Lake Plumber.
But you didn't really say, oh, no, you probably.
Right.
that guy
I'm
that
waiting
you
for the
said-
guy to come up and look at my roof, tell me what's wrong with it. He walked in the living room, in the dining room, and he said it'll be about $5,000. And I said, whoa, $5,000? You don't even know what's wrong with my roof. And I said, oh, get the hell out of my house. I mean, get the heck
you
out of
gonna
my house.
said it now.
I'm sorry. Are we on the tape delay? Can we blink it out?
You live. Remember, you on live.
Oh, yeah, we're live on Facebook too. But yeah, we need a 2-minute delay when I'm on here. I'm gonna tell you that right now,
maybe
so you can
5.
cut it out.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Well, I didn't mean to say that, but a lot of matter of fact, my comedy comes from real experiences of my life,
real life experiences.
Like, I didn't know when I'm in my father's car, he gets pulled over. And they scraping these stickers off of his car.
Was he in Delaware County?
No. The 2 stickers in the
inspection
windshield.
stickers,
Right.
yeah.
They was 2 trespassers. A yellow one and a red one. This is real. So I said when I got they scraping the stuff off, and it was a red one and a yellow one, and he had them in the windshield. And I'm like, why is the cop scraping? I'm a kid. I don't know no better. And I said, oh, so when I got older, I said I need to tell this stuff on stage. This is real stuff that I really
They
do.
were trespassing.
Yes, a red one and a yellow one, because at the time it was the month
my
of the.
goodness.
Yes, this is real stuff. Like when I talk about stuff that really happened in my life, you know what I'm saying? Like really, when my mom used to, we ain't have much money. My mom would remember back in the day, your mom would dress you up for Halloween.
Yeah.
My mom dressed me up as a ghost. But me and my brothers used to sleep together. It was 4 of us. I had a piss stain on my. I had a piss stain on my ghost shirt. Okay, I looked. Somebody said, "What is that smell?" I didn't know. I had piss stain. Then
You know what? Go ahead.
I'm telling you, my stand up is real life experiences. Like my mom, she dressed me up one time for Halloween. She wrapped a towel around my neck, and she handed me a fork and a spatula, talking about you gonna be Kitchen Man. I say, ain't no Kitchen Man superhero. What the hell is Kitchen Man? And so I tell real stuff about what really happened to me. Like, and that's what makes it. You can't steal my stuff because my stuff is really happened in my life. You know what I mean? You Kitchen Man. I said, who the heck? Ain't no superhero named Kitchen Man, Mom. That's where my comedy comes from. Real life experiences. I don't even watch other comedians. Like when they on stage, I don't even watch them because I got so much stuff that has happened to me in my mind that I want to get out. A lot of comedians, I'm not gonna say, watch other comedians, not do their material, but do their concepts, do their
the same model,
the
same
same
template.
model.
Copycat,
Like
right.
when I first was. Everybody used to say, "You ever go to the Chinese restaurant and knock on the glass? Hey, Chinese man, come out." Every comedian was doing that. You see what I'm saying? Because they was watching each other.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch a comedian because I got so much stuff that I need to get out that has literally happened to me all my life that needs to be. I think people need to see.
How often do you find yourself like stopping your car and like jotting something down on your phone or recording something, just so you won't lose that idea?
Never. That's why I'm not. That's why I didn't get as far as I need to be.
Oh, just spontaneous.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll sit there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be real. And I never even said this to no one. When I used to go to open mic night, I didn't study material, right? Because I know different things that happened to me that I could just talk about. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't study, and the reason why I didn't study is because it would make me nervous all week.
Oh yeah.
Like if I think about if it's today is Monday. And the show at the Laugh House is Wednesday. All day and night, I'm thinking about, man, I'm about to be standing in front of 400 people, and I'm gonna be nervous. So I stopped thinking about comedy until Wednesday, and then when Wednesday come, I'll sit there and be like, okay, I'm gonna talk about when my father drove me. I'm gonna talk about this, and then I go right up, and whatever comes in my head just works. And then people like, damn, you're a natural. Yeah, because this stuff is real. This is not a game. But when I say it, they think I'm lying. But this everything I say on stage. Literally, most of it is 100% true.
This is our last and final question.
Go ahead.
Religious wise,
You said that 5 times. But go ahead. He said this is the last and final question 5 times. Okay. Religious. Wait a minute.
Well, I'm talking about when you was a kid. Did mom send y'all to church a lot?
Yeah, we went to church. What's so funny about that? My father literally cussed out the preacher. Right? I didn't know that.
Give it to us, this right?
I didn't know that the preacher and my father were friends in prison at one time.
Okay.
I'm thinking pastors are just pastors. Like they were just born as a pastor. Anyway, pastor on stage.
Oh my God.
He's talking about you shouldn't be sinning. You shouldn't be cheating. You shouldn't be lying. And you shouldn't be. And he pointed to my father. And my father stood up and said, who the think you talking to?
No. Loop that one. Oh, that's live.
We on live? Oh,
No.
We on live?
Yeah, we live.
I didn't know that them two knew each other's business. And they got into an argument at the church. And I'm like, wow. So when I got older, I said, you know what? I'm going to talk about some of this stuff that my life is crazy.
Well, I see.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes.
Mr. Malcolm Hill,
Yes.
comedian
Yes.
extraordinaire. Thank you very much for coming on the Primetime Power
my
Show.
pleasure, man. My pleasure having me.
We couldn't bleep you out.
Y'all can't bleep me out.
So,
Y'all
but
be-
before you go, let us know what you're doing, what's
Right.
upcoming for this month, next month, and any summer events.
And
that
not next year.
people can
You
go
can
check
twist
out and
now.
support you.
I don't even know the dates, but one thing you need to do is we do this cruise. I need everybody to get involved with the Sisters Cruise. I need everybody to hit up Jackie from Paradigm Shift about the Sisters Cruise, because that's like a big situation where everybody can come see me on the cruise and see me perform and see hear some of the stuff that I got going on. That's one of the main things. Plus, I host once a month at Hibachi on Delaware Avenue.
Oh yeah.
I've been hosting there for 8 years. No, the 9th year. 9 years I've been hosting at Hibachi on Delaware Avenue. I've been the host for that show for 9 years. People actually been trying to take my spot. They would go to the promoter and be like, "Look, man, let me do it." And the promoter say, "Brother, you're not Malcolm Hill."
Okay.
And I've been hosting for 9 years.
Well, Mr. Comedian Extraordinaire.
Give us your social media as well, so they can hit you up.
You can hit me up at Comedian Malcolm Hill on the Instagram. That is Comedian Malcolm Hill on Instagram, or you can follow me at Malcolm Hill. Oh, and Malcolm Hill 215 on Instagram. I have 2 Instagram pages.
Okay.
Malcolm Hill 215 or Comedian Malcolm Hill, and you can get me at Facebook at Malcolm Hill.
All right, we going to wrap this thing up.
Okay.
By the way, before you tell Jackie we need 2 tickets to give away on the Primetime Power Show.
Oh, yeah, you get 2 tickets.
You hear that, Jackie?
Yes.
I knew that was
It's
coming.
Fairmount Park. It's out in Fairmount Park. But go ahead.
Okay. So, Jackie, whatever happened in Fairmount Park, we need 2 tickets.
Now you notice he just said 2 tickets, right?
Yeah.
You see how many people in this
said to give-
area, right?
I know.
All
He
right.
only be thinking about himself.
I just wanted you to
No,
peep
I know
that.
he only
I
think
just
about
wanted you to
himself.
peep that.
No, I
Okay.
said to give away on the Primetime Power Show.
Nah. See, I see now. He about
trying to get me.
He about to try to
set
go
me
solo.
up.
The way he talking is he think another station gonna pick him up.
You think you got a team, man?
Yeah, no, team, it's always one guy want to try to go solo, and when he's dressed like that, he's trying to go solo.
Right.
You know,
He looking like Flavor Flav and Donald Trump in a Donald Trump hat.
That's what I'm
With
talking
Flavor
about.
Flav in a Donald Trump hat.
Damn. We got to get him
Yeah,
off because we don't
boy.
listen. If we don't
I'm
get him
sorry.
off, we go.
we gonna lose. Yeah, y'all gotta get him off here.
Listen, but my favorite thing, my question to you is that you are on the Primetime Power Show. What's your favorite show?
The Primetime Power Show. There's no better show than the Primetime Power Show, man. I listen to it almost every day, man. Why y'all laughing like I'm lying? I listen to the Primetime Power Show every day. Y'all laugh.
But
That's right,
broadcast,
that's right. I believe you. I believe
Every
you.
day I listen to the Primetime
That's
Power
right.
Show every day. If you're not listening to the Primetime Power Show, you ain't listening to nothing.
That's right.
Peace.
Peace.